Coffee time!
I am addicted to coffee. I almost forgot that you were going to be joining with me today. Today is going to be a special edition of Coffee Crave. Because when do most people enjoy their coffee? I enjoy my coffee all the time. I really don't have a preference. Most people enjoy their coffee in the mornings, right? So today is breakfast edition of Coffee Crave. And I am already halfway there because I got my coffee brewing last night. I couldn't wait to get up this morning because I kept dreaming about it and I was so excited I could smell it. I put it on auto last night so that way it would be ready to go this morning and I wouldn't have to set it up right now. So we're gonna go pour a cup of that first. What do most people have in the mornings, especially with coffee? Well, this isn't IHOP, but we are gonna have coffee pancakes, so I'm super excited to try these. The recipe is so simple. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this, so let's get started. Oh yeah, it smells so good. What I made last night was the breakfast blend that I talked about in the coffee haul from Sprouts. And what I enjoy about a breakfast blend is that it has a light, crisp flavor. And usually most breakfast blends are going to be a light roast. And what I found very interesting is that the differences between a roast is the fact that the darker it is, the more caffeine it doesn't have because it's been, like a lot of the caffeine has been roasted out, if that makes any sense. I probably didn't explain that right. So that means that your light roast is gonna have more caffeine, which is probably why it's called a breakfast blend. So people are gonna enjoy this in the morning and have more of a caffeine jolt to get their day started. So I'm excited to try this one from Sprouts. Hopefully it's pretty good. And I'm even going to use some of this brewed into the pancakes that we're going to make today. So we'll let that cool a little bit because I am not going to try and burn my tongue today. So we'll go ahead and start getting our ingredients ready for the pancakes and stick around. What we need for our coffee pancakes. First, we're going to need 2 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm not going to add any. 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of coffee already cooled, 2 eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter melted, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I sure do wish cooking was this easy in real life. Perks of editing. Okay, so that was probably one of the simplest recipes we've tried on here so far. Just easy ingredients, you put them all together and you just just wait for the pancakes to bubble up on each side. And this time I'm pretty proud of myself. I didn't really burn any, so that's great. Because usually I tend to get the pot pretty hot, or the pan pretty hot, and there's sirens going outside, so I know it's gonna pick up. Anyway, so I'm really excited to try this. And I liked that I was able to achieve a little bit of a crispness on the edge of the pancakes. So that always is pretty pleasant. They're not overly sweet, so that's really good. And I only did about 6 small pancakes, and I still had plenty of batter left over. So if I want to make pancakes for the next morning, I have batter to use that for, so that's great. I don't know if I necessarily taste a coffee flavor. It isn't something that overpowers it. I really wanted to try less milk and more coffee, but I went ahead and did the 1 cup of milk along with the 1 cup of coffee. Next time if I were to try it, I would probably try half a cup of milk and 1.5 cups of coffee. I think it would give more of a coffee flavor. I don't know if maybe this is just too mild of a flavor to put in the pancakes. Maybe that's why it's not overpowering, but maybe that's just what it is. Maybe it's meant to be a simple pancake recipe with some coffee notes in it. It's definitely more of a success than those brownies, I can tell you that. Where I did the coffee cubes and the coffee brownies, which turned out more like coffee cake, to be honest. Now I'm gonna try it with the maple syrup. Pretty good. I mean, and still, like, each of these had a good little crispness. Now I'm gonna try the coffee with this. Breakfast blend. So far, I like the most out of the 3. This definitely is a nice light coffee in the morning. I'm sure you'll still get that caffeine kick that you need in the morning. But it's definitely a good combination to have, is the coffee pancakes with your cup of coffee in the morning. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me again for another episode of Coffee Crave. If you liked this video and you like these videos that I'm doing, I'm trying to get better as I go. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But if you try any of these recipes, or if you try a breakfast blend that you enjoy, please be sure to use the hashtag CoffeeCraveLA. I'm always excited to meet other coffee lovers out there. So I'm gonna finish these up and drink the rest of my coffee while I watch a few cartoons this morning to wake myself up. And I think you guys know that it's time for the coffee meme of the week.